Greetings. This is the Herbal Orientation, Class 1, Lesson 4, Healing Disease with Herbs. I'm just going to give you an introduction to healing diseases with herbs because it's so vast. For me to get detailed in how diseases are eradicated with the use of right diet, with the use of awareness and herbs, herbal medicine, you can really alleviate the symptoms or eradicate the actual disease itself. The thing is that we are living in a society that expects to have a pill that will wipe everything out and make it all go away. But with herbalism, you're going to have to do work, because herbs are food. Thus, food also should be consciously eaten. Just as you would consciously research the herbs that you're going to take, or the research that the herbalist has prescribed, you also have to discern and research, discern for yourself and research the food that you're going to intake, because they work hand in hand. It is absolutely necessary to be aware, consciously aware. I have used herbs to heal, and totally cure, or to alleviate certain symptoms, to cause a reaction in the body, so that the body will begin to heal itself as a stimulant and a sedative. Some of the things that I've done, that I have used herbs for, is that I helped my mother with cancer. She had thrush from the chemotherapy, and so we used garlic, pau d'arco, and astragalus tea to eliminate the thrush, the fungus overrun in her mouth. Also, for ear infections with the children, I always tell people to, and I always utilize this method. Number one is to take crushed garlic and put it in olive oil and do eardrops in the ear. Put cotton balls in the ear overnight, so that the so that the ear infection can then move on through. The infection can let go and move on through the lymphatic system. Also, with those ear infections, I have the mother to put the child on just a fruit and vegetable diet, no starches, and also giving that child even more juices than food, because that'll help to rinse and dilute all of that infectious material as it's going down through the system and coming out of the body. Help to flush the kidneys so that the infection can flush on through. Also, for bleeding gums and pink tissues of the body, I've used myrrh powder to help to eradicate that bleeding and to help get rid of gum disease. Also, to get gaping cuts and serious bleeding, I've used myrrh to help creating it. Myrrh creates a healing scab. It stops the bleeding, one, and then it creates this healing scab, which helps to mend the tissues back together. Also, in cases of heart disease or high blood pressure, as well as a pregnant woman who may have a gestational high blood pressure, which is called many things like preeclampsia, as well as edema is associated with toxins in the bloodstream, high blood pressure, heart disease, what have you. And I suggest hawthorn and garlic in the form of the supplement, which is called Kaolic. And this regulates the blood pressure in addition to a diet that is cooling. I always liken it to when you're eating a lot of starch foods like spaghettis and breads and potatoes and rices and other grains, even if they are natural or if they are so unnatural, refined and all of that type of stuff. I suggest that people slow down on all of the starches that they eat, meaning that a person, I've had people who don't even eat any vegetables throughout a day. It may be like twice a week if they may eat any vegetables. But mind you, all of that starch is like throwing logs on a fire. High blood pressure, fire, heart can't pump through all of that sludge of all of the constipation that is caused by all of these refined starches and all of these other white potatoes and unnatural foods, in addition to just starch in and of itself. So to slow down on those starches, as well as meat foods, because it takes a lot of digestive fire to digest meat foods. Also, with arthritis, I suggest that people do tart cherry juice, tea infusion of dandelion, devil's claw, and milk thistle, because this will help get the sugar. It's too much sugar in the bloodstream, and so this will help move it through the liver, because the liver catches a lot of the toxic back waste from the sugar and then disperses it all throughout the bloodstream. And so the tart cherry juice changes your pH balance of your blood and gets so the candida and all of those domino effect of eating so much sugar kind of eradicates that. And then also the dandelion, devil's claw, and milk thistle will really work on that liver, and the devil's claw will work on the arthritis issues to alleviate the pain of arthritis in whatever joint. Also massage is necessary too. These are the things that I have. This is some of the things, just a handful of the ways that I have used herbs to get to alleviate, support, and support the healing of the body through disease, dis-ease, also, and disorder. We have to be consciously aware of the foods that we take in, as food is medicine too. Lettuce, red leaf and green leaf lettuce, can also be also watercress and endive. These lettuces in turnip greens, I can keep going because the greens as well. These lettuces and greens are also healers, and they also change the topography, the nature of your cells. And it's necessary to know these things, because this is how disease can be cured, can be rebalanced, can be brought to ease with herbs, because of the potency of the chlorophyll, because of the complexity of the plant, because of the chemicals within it. This is how they can be brought to, how a disease in the human body can be brought to balance. Remember in earlier lectures I was talking about the fact that chlorophyll is likened unto your blood. It has a similar chemical structure as your blood. But this being the case, it has the key to get into your bloodstream, to not only to get into your bloodstream, but to get into your blood cells, to get into your tissues and your organs easily, and infuse in that chemical complex herbal structure, that structure of that herb, to begin to heal, to help that cell eliminate, to help that cell tonify, and to help that cell to regenerate itself. Lastly, remember, herbalists are change agents. Herbalists are life advocates. And herbalism is a state of being and a way of life. Hotel.